Hello, beautiful people. احنا بنرeview the March 2021 EST exam ID number 4. Again here, you have to understand context. That's soil diction, or this is a diction-based question. So you have to understand the context. Context معناها الانformation حواليها. These experts believe that superintelligence will then be developed within the following 30 years, pushing the date to somewhere between 2070 and 2110. With the singularity understood? Well, what's the message here, right? مش احنا قلنا مع ديكشن عايزين نخترع كلمة الأول أو عايزين نفكر في كلمة معينة قبل ما نشوف باقي answer choices. So what would be the word we want here? What are you sending me, Karen? Okay. ده كده أحسن يا Karen. Much better. Style عندي مشكلة رهيبة. Style with division. Okay. Guys, what's the word we need here? Pushing the date to somewhere between 2070 and 2110 with the singularity understood. فكروا كده اعملوها blank. What message do we have here? The word we're thinking of is reached. When we reach this singularity, the AI-enabled machine will have achieved cognitive abilities. So when we reach with the singularity reached, with the singularity approach. So what word معناها reached? Well, it's not a, understood معناها مفهوم, and gained means to win or to take. Not really gaining this singularity, you're realizing it. Now, realizing جاي من كلمة realize, right? واحنا عارفين realize معناها تاخد بالك بحاجة. بس realize برضو معناها توصل لحاجة. So you can realize your goals, you can realize the negativity in your life. And acknowledge يعني يعترف. Number 5, another verb-based question. With the singularity understood, an AI-enabled machine will have achieved cognitive abilities. Okay, so let's just take a minute right here. أول حاجة, we need tense, صح? How do I know the tense of this sentence? Well, from the meaning. We're talking about the future between 2070 and 2110. We're talking about realizing singularity in the future. So we know this is future tense. عارفين كده من meaning, right? So we're going to eliminate answer C and D, فاضلي A and B. Now, will have achieved. Let's نركز على meaning. What is the meaning of will have achieved? يعني it's a hypothetical situation in the future. إن حاجة ممكن تحصل في المستقبل. Answer B مختلفة في meaning. Answer B بيقول لي هتحصل في المستقبل. So you have to be very careful with the meanings here. لما نيجي نقول will have achieved cognitive abilities غير لما نيجي نقول will achieve cognitive abilities. One is hypothetical, حاجة ممكن تحصل, ولكن one is reality. هتحصل. So here we go with answer A, will have achieved. Any questions here? Let's continue number 6. Do we need a number 6? Yeah. So number 6 مختلفة شوية برضو. Because in number 6 مش مطلوب مني topic sentence. صح؟ ولكن لما اجي اقرا الجملة لما اجي اقرا الإجابات كل الإجابات مختلفة تماما. So this is a sentence revision question, topic sentence. وإيش عرفني the topic sentence؟ جاية أول جملة في الباراجراف. Right? As you can see here. ده أول حاجة. So what does a topic sentence do? بيعمل لي حاجتين. يا إما ومش يا إما هو بيعمل حاجتين. Number one, it transitions. So الفانكشن بتاع topic sentence ياخدني من paragraph A للديتيلز في paragraph B. وfunction number two, it introduces the details. So دلوقتي عشان أعرف a correct topic sentence أنا هقرا الديتيلز وأشوف الديتيلز ده بيقول لي فكرة إيه. عشان كل الديتيلز موجودة في التوبيك sentence. Computer scientist Russell has said that the success at creating human-level AI would be the biggest event in human history. Elon Musk has famously discussed how his superintelligence poses an existential threat. Musk is not alone in this concern. Bostrom considers singularity potentially catastrophic. Okay. Nevertheless, it's quite possible that superintelligence could be the key to addressing complex assortment. So details, what's basically telling me here that some people like it, some people don't. Okay. Now, answer A, scientists believe that this progress will be a positive one. A غلط، هم نص details موجودة ونص تاني ناقصة. عايزين, it's a good thing and a bad thing. Tech executives believe the positive will outweigh the negative. لا، واحد بيقول it's the biggest event, التاني بيقول it could be catastrophic. The majority in both groups see positive benefits. No, it's not just about positive benefits. My answer is B. There are many views. Paragraph بيقول لي many views دولت of whether this development will be positive or negative. We really don't know. Number 7, the writer is considering inserting this sentence at this point of the paragraph. Now, don't forget, when we add information, we have to make sure it's on topic, it's on focus, will be dini support, right? Well, support, عايزين support supports the idea that singularity ليها positive and negative effects. Okay. Many scientists feel threatened by the technology. Well, this matches details, right? One guy بيقول it's the biggest event in human history. Okay, cool. Elon Musk has famously discussed how the superintelligence poses an existential threat to humanity. Musk is not alone in this concern. Many scientists feel threatened by the technology. Well, it sounds correct. It sounds good, and I like it. It's on topic, but what problem do I have here? في الجملة اللي قبليها بيقول لي Musk is not alone in this concern. يعني Musk is not the only one that's concerned. And then this sentence بيقول لي many scientists feel threatened. I mean, it's the same idea. Musk is not alone in this concern. Musk مش لوحده وفي ناس تانية برضو قلقانين من singularity. والجملة اللي عايزين يزودوها بيقول نفس الفكرة. Scientists برضو feel threatened from the singularity. So should we add this, yes or no? No, we should not add this because it repeats information from the previous sentence. If you tell me A, yes, it is related to the idea, it's not related, it's repeated. Same thing with B, the sentence that follows shows that Bostrom is threatened by AI. Again, it's illogical. عشان دلوقتي أنا بتكلم عن a specific example of Musk, a specific scientist that's worried about singularity. بعدين أتكلم generally on scientists worried about singularity. بعدين specifically again, that's illogical. أما بنيجي بنكتب, we go from the general information to specific information. We never go from specific to general. So بنتكلم بشكل عام and then we narrow it down. ده مثلا الجملة ديت ممكن تيجي هنا قبل ما نتكلم عن إيلون ماسك. Number 8, pronoun question. I said we'll review this. Nevertheless, it's quite possible that such a superintelligence could be the key. Well, it's. Do you guys remember the rule? بعديها لازم يجي a noun. ما عندناش noun هنا, right? A is incorrect. B is non-existent. So it is quite possible, or it has quite possible. It is quite possible. Subject and verb. Number 9, another diction-based question. On a more optimistic note, futurist Ray Kurzweil acknowledges there will be a few bumps along the way, but that ultimately superintelligence would allow for an alliance between man and machine. What's the message? What is the message? Assistant, if you told me answer A, that's very wrong. ليه؟ المفروض يقول لي an alliance, صح? So that's like a key word for me. I can't say a alliance, I say an alliance. So A is incorrect, unfortunately. يعني discord, يعني unharmonious. يعني symbiosis. هل يعرف symbiosis? A relationship. A functional, healthy relationship. And that's the idea that هيبقى في symbiosis between man and machine. Kind of scary, actually. Number 10 is a punctuation question. I won't do that now. Number 11, I think. Oh, this is another punctuation question, so I'm going to skip it. Any questions for passage number 1? Shall we go to passage number 2? Look at this, beautiful. Number 12, no. عشان بنحل بس sentence revision and style. Number 13, sentence placement. Sentence number 4, this is it, I think. So انهار الباراجراف وانا عايزاكم تاخدوا بالكم بحاجه مع sentence placement it needs to be connected للinformation اللي حواليها عشان sentences بيكملوا بعض. So we don't want to say an answer that breaks the flow of the sentences. And I'll show you what I mean by this on number 4. In many ways, the television ads aired today are similar to those aired 2 decades ago. Cool. So let's begin reading. Marketing executives in television work with a relatively stable advertising medium. Well, I'm not going to say before sentence 1. كده أنا بعملها the topic sentence of the paragraph, and the paragraph is not about that. It is about marketing executives and television, not just about television ads. It's about marketing executives and television. Let's go to here. Most television ads still feature actors, still run 30 seconds, and still show a product. Well, television ads, and it's telling me what ads are doing. And this sentence is talking about television ads and what a comparison بينهم, question mark. However, the different dynamics of the internet pose unique challenges to advertisers, forcing them to adapt their practices and techniques on a regular basis. I will not say before sentence number 3. وليه بقول لكم كده عشان من بداية sentence number 3 after 2 يعني we're talking about the internet and في contrast. I want you to see sentence 3 and sentence 2 لازم يجوا مع بعض because of this contrast. We contrast دلوقتي television ads to internet ads. So we won't say before sentence number 3. I would say before sentence number 2 هيتحط هنا. يعني after 1, before 2. And why do I say this? Let's read, and I want you to see the connection. Marketing executives in television work with a relatively stable advertising medium. In many ways, عشان هنا بيقول it's stable, ما بتغيرش. So here's an example of how it's stable. In many ways, the television ads aired today are similar to those aired 2 decades ago. بعد كده بقى من بداية sentence number 2 بيقول لي specifically ازاي زي بعض. They still feature actors, still run 30 seconds, still show a product. بعدين بقى من sentence number 3 the contrast between television ads and the internet. Number 14, which word is most applicable to the nature of these online techniques, right? Or online advertising techniques. وطبعا this is a diction-based question. عندكم مشكلة في الموضوع ده. What you want to do is understand the message الأول, right? So let's actually read right here. In the early days of internet marketing, online advertisers employed banner and pop-up ads to attract customers. These techniques reached large audiences, generated many sales leads, and would come at a low cost. However, so في البداية, internet marketing was cheap, easy, and fast. However, a small number of internet users began to consider these advertising techniques unobtrusive and irksome. So ركزوا معي بقى. The techniques that are used الأول, what are the techniques? Well, they're pop-up ads. Right? So أنت قاعد على الشاشة ويظهر لك فجأة إعلان, right? That's a pop-up ad. So how would the internet users feel about the pop-up ads? Would they feel they're unobtrusive and irksome? افرض مش عارف يعني ايه unobtrusive or irksome? Question mark. Inconspicuous, infuriating, مثل مش عارف يعني ايه? Question mark. Soothing and bothersome? Well, soothing. We should know يعني ايه soothing. So I don't think it'd be soothing, يعني calm, no. Intrusive and annoying. Well, عارفين يعني annoying, right? ولا لا? Of course, رخم. Focus on the words you know. In such a situation, most of us مش هنعرف يعني ايه unobtrusive و irksome. مش هنعرف يعني ايه inconspicuous and infuriating, right? But we know soothing, that could be eliminated. And we know annoying. We should keep that, right? عشان the pop-up ad is very annoying. So here, which one would you then choose? Which one will give you the best chance to get correct? D. مش كده بقول لكم focus on what you know الأول. يا إما use elimination, يا إما identify it as correct. Unobtrusive يعني not intrusive. يعني intrusive بيدخل نفسه to enter without permission. So unobtrusive معناها irksome is bothersome. Irksome is to be bothered. حاجة that I'm bothered by. But it's not unobtrusive. It's obtrusive. It's intrusive. So A is incorrect. Inconspicuous, I guess that means not sus. And infuriating means angry. Well, inconspicuous is not sussy. It is sussy. Suspicious, يعني. So that's wrong. Bothersome, يعني irksome. حاجة بتعصبني. حاجة that bothers me. And intrusive and annoying. Intrusive يعني تتدخل. To enter without permission, to enter without allowance. Number 15, this is another style-based question. I identified this as style. عشان هنا عندنا gerund, infinitive, gerund. So نيجي يبقى عندنا gerund versus infinitive. We go by what sounds the best. Right? مفيش rules هنا with this type of question. So let's begin reading from here. The companies invested growing amounts of money into purchasing these ad types in hopes to capturing market share? No, right? In hopes to capture marketing share? Okay. In hopes of capturing market share? Okay. In hopes for capturing, so no. So do you have a hope to something or do you have a hope of something? You have a hope of capturing market share. Number 16, I'm going to skip this. Number 17, which sentence would best serve as a conclusion to the paragraph? Now, خدوا بالكم, when I have a concluding paragraph, it has two functions. Function number one, it summarizes الidea في paragraph, الeffect, so paragraph A. And then number two, it transitions من paragraph A to paragraph B. So it should be somehow or some way connected to the two paragraphs. شرط no. بس بنحطها في حسابنا yes. So let's continue reading. As consumers began more sophisticated, frustration with these online advertising techniques grew. Independent programmers began to develop tools that blocked banner and pop-up ads. The popularity of these tools exploded when offered free software enabling users to block pop-up ads. The backlash against banner ads grew as new web browsers provided users the ability to block image-based ads, such as banner ads. So users became frustrated with banner ads. And هذا بس جزء في الباراجراف اللي جاية عشان the concluding sentence usually is a transitional sentence. A major development in online marketing came with the introduction of pay-per-click ads. So احنا رحنا من paragraph نقول على A, this is A, banner ads, كل حد, where everyone hated it, and in paragraph B, pay-per-click ads. Cool. So we need a sentence that has some of these ideas. Answer A, pop-up ads will one day become extinct as internet users discover the drawbacks. I mean, خلاص بيقول لي كده في paragraph, right? خلاص بيقول لي في programmers with software to block all of this. So I'm not really liking answer A. The pace of the internet's evolution is increasing and will increase in the future. Those aren't the ideas of the paragraph. The ideas of the paragraph is people became frustrated with pop-up ads. Answer B, although banner and pop-up ads still exist, they are far less prominent than during the early days of the internet. Well, again, I don't know, right? Question mark there, but I like it. I like it. Banner and pop-up ads will not face drawbacks due to their different approach to online marketing. ده طبعا عكس الباراجراف, right? Unacceptable there. So for then I give it B and C. Well, not B, I'm sorry, A and C. So the problem with answer A is it doesn't take us to the next paragraph. عشان next paragraph بيكلمني عن a new development pay-per-click. So instead of using pop-up and banner ads, now they're replaced with pay-per-click. So that's why I don't like answer A and I liked answer B. Although banner and pop-up ads still exist, they are far less prominent than during the early days of the internet. بعد كده الباراجراف اللي بعديها بيقول لي بقى what is prominent. So لو banner pop-up is not prominent, we can infer بقى في حاجة أخذ مكانها. So next paragraph بيقول لي what took its place. Arwa, please send me test analysis. Let's continue. Number 18, sentence combination. Number 19. Which word would be better suited for context? More importantly, however, these ads dodged the pop-up and banner blockers. Well, what are we trying to say الأول? We're trying to say they avoided صح pop-up blockers or banner blockers or whatever it is that we're talking about. So dodged, it does mean avoided, but dodge معناه to avoid something physical صح? Dodge bullets, dodge balls, dodge cars, dodge those haters. Hey. So I wouldn't say dodged. Escaped, يعني هربان? No, we're not really escaping from anywhere. Circumvented, this is a interesting word. Does anyone know what circumvented means? Overcome, yeah, I would say bypass. to circumvent. That means مثلا you're in point A عايز تروح point C بس لازم تعدي point B. So بدل ما اطلع فوق الحيطة or fence عشان اعدي, I can circumvent it and go around. It comes from the word circle. So circumvented here would be to bypass pop-up and banner blockers. يعدوا, right? Number 20, another verb-based question. Online advertising specialists have started to notice the presence of what would later be called click fraud. Okay, interesting. We check temps, we follow our little system. It's really important to check the temps, right? You know, if I check الجملة اللي قبليها, they began pouring, preceded them, came. I know it's past tense. So ما اقدرش اقول give it A or B. الاتنين دول present tense. So started or had started. When I use had for something, لازم يكلمني عن time. So by and then the time, right? By 1999, by the 8th century. I don't see that, so I'll go with a simple form. Mrs. Arwa, there's a yellow box في النتيجة عندك that tells you view analysis or progress عادي, both are correct. Please send all comments to Mr. Sema answers. Okay, look at number 22, the specific example. The writer wants to conclude the essay by giving attributes for future success in online advertising. Which choice? حبيبتي أروى, send me a picture. Send me a picture on the WhatsApp. Okay. I see grammar, you need to work on that. Boost that up very quickly. Style is okay, sentence revision is okay, punctuation is okay. Cameras? What happened with the cameras? I don't understand. Cameras? Cameras? My camera? It's off? Is there something with my camera? My camera? My camera's purple? I'm purple? No, I see myself there. I don't see myself as purple. Am I purple again? Let me activate my other camera. If it's affecting me, I mean. So question number 22, the writer wanted to conclude the essay by giving attributes for future success in online advertising. So here, basically, we need characteristics, right? We need what would make future online advertising successful, right? So here, I guess I'll continue reading. Click fraud grew so rapidly that marketers sought to diversify their online positions away from pay-per-click marketing through mediums. Although pay-per-click advertising remains a common and effective advertising tool, marketers adapted yet again to the changing dynamics of the internet by adopting new techniques such as pay-per-performance advertising, search engine optimization, and affiliate marketing. So which answer بقى بيديني الاتريبيوتس انا محتاجها عشان انجح في online advertising? Well, لازم افكر في الباسج, right? في الباسج بدأ بالتلفزيون and then قال لي بقى advertising on television is not like the internet, so it changed, صح؟ بعدين الانترنت جه وكان الناس بيعملوا pop ups وبانرز بس programmers بقى عملوا بلوك عليهم. So بقى للادفرتايزرز كان لازم يتغيروا السيستم تاني to pay performance and SEO, search engine optimization. So answer A, discipline and patience are essential if marketers want to succeed in the online marketing strategies. I mean, if you can't eliminate it, keep it. مش لازم أحل. you cannot eliminate it, keep it. B, as the pace of the internet's evolution increases, it seems all the more likely that advertising successfully on the internet will require a strategy that shuns constancy and embraces change. Is that a good concluding sentence? Does this concluding sentence touch on the main ideas of the passage? And I would say yes, it does. Because the ideas are advertising has changed from television to the internet and the internet to SEO optimization. So I'll go with answer B right here. C, to be successful at online advertising, marketers should follow a uniform approach. Well, the accent passage. عشان passage basically بيقول لي we need to adapt and change. With ruthless tenacity, online marketing strategy can prove to be successful. I guess like hard work, but I wouldn't say that there, right? It's okay لو أنا قريت الباسج في الأول من غير أحل حاجة بعد كده أحل الأسئلة. It's totally fine. يعني مش لازم أحل كل ال questions on the spot. And I want you guys to understand that. عشان questions like number 22 or other questions اللي بيسألني في sentence revision basically بيسألني على ال ideas. So احنا ممكن differentiate or discern the questions that ask about ideas and the questions that ask about grammar. أنا ممكن أقرأ ال passage one time الوحدة كده ياخد 2 minutes or 1 minute بعد كده بقى أحل or ممكن أحل كل ال grammar and punctuation وأسيب ال style with sentence revision بعد ما أقراها تاني. It's really important أنا لازم أفهم ال ideas. Change the way you solve to get a better score. So المرة الجاية لما يجي يديكم mock test I would suggest مثلا especially the higher scoring students نقراها مرة بعد كده بقى نحل. ده مش مشكلة. And why do I say this? عشان questions زي number 22 كده لو أنا بحل as I read يعني لازم أقراها مرة واثنين وثلاثة وأربعة. So it's really important you give yourself that space and time. Number 23, I don't think I need to review. Number 23, it's a pronoun question here, not only to identify with the music they were listening to, but to identify themselves by that music. Well, they're identifying themselves, the object. So we'll go with answer A here, and we're talking about they. Number 24, another diction-based question. The pleasure that a pop song produces is a pleasure of identification. In responding to a song, we are drawn into affective alliances with the performers and the performers' other fans. Well, in question number 24, what is the meaning of affective versus the meaning of effective? Does anyone know? Does anybody know? And it's okay if you go online, look it up, or do. It's really important to take these things in your own hands. So affective. No, ملهاش علاقة بnoun adjective. By the way, these are both adjectives, so you know, right? There's a difference here. Affective is more for emotions, and effective is for results. So here, we're listening to a song, okay? We're drawing affective alliances, so emotional alliances. This is a hard question, by the way. Dull is boring, and impersonal is not personal, right? Buried, cold. And effective, like we said, it describes some sort of result, some sort of whatever it is. Here, I would go with answer A. They're affective alliances. Words have an effect. So the words you choose will affect your answer, your image. Number 24, I'm going to skip. Number 25, and that's it. 25, I'm going to skip. Number 26, pronoun question, right? At the same time, because of its qualities of abstractness, pop music is an individualizing form. Songs have a looseness of reference that makes them immediately accessible. They're open to appropriation. They're مش that possessive, right? Don't I need a badal possessive a noun? So you can say there. What would you say instead of there? They are. في حد طلب مني number 25, which I don't mind at all. Number 25. I think this is a non-essential question. Thus, music like sports is clearly a setting in which people directly experience community, comma, feel an immediate bond with other people, comma, and articulate a collective pride. Now, if I can't identify a problem, I put a question mark. Right? It's not a big deal. I'll check my other answers, but sometimes the answers show me لازم أركز على إيه. So here, look at answer B. Thus, music, comma, like sports, is clearly setting. Okay. Now, بصوا هم بيحطوا القاموس فين. Here بيقول لي like sports is a non-essential clause. Is it a non-essential clause? Are we talking about music? Are we talking about sports? Are we talking about both? عشان لو قلت music like sports إجابة A كده معناه الباراجراف برضو will include a conversation about sports, and we don't have that here. It's about music, right? So I like answer B. But let me check answer C and D. Thus, music, comma, like sports, comma, is clearly a setting in which people directly experience. We need lists. We need commas here. Run-on sentence. And they give it D, comma, fragment. نحط لي comma واحدة بين subject, comma, verb. This is a fragment. So I'll go to answer B. Number 27. This punctuation question. I'm gonna leave that A. 28. I'm gonna leave that برضو. 29. Which choice would best support how love is expressed in language according to the author? How love is expressed in language. So دلوقتي what we want to do is, this is a specific example. أول حاجة عايز أعملها, I want to identify, like, how do I get an answer, right? So here's number 29, I think. Let's begin here. The interplay between personal absorption into music and the sense that it is nevertheless something public is what makes music so important in the cultural placing of the individual. Music also gives us a way of managing the relationship among our public and private emotional lives. Popular love songs are important because they give shape and voice to emotions that otherwise cannot be expressed without embarrassment or incoherence. So what happens when we express love? We feel embarrassed and incoherent, yani not logical, right? Or we feel stupid. So how is love expressed in language? Well, the author's telling us we can't express love in a language. We express love in music, right? So language expresses love with words of affection and compliments. No, that's not according to the author. Our most revealing declarations of feeling, love, are often expressed in banal or boring language. I like answer B because it shows us embarrassment and incoherence. Banal means boring, ممل. Because of its social function, language helps people express their innermost feelings effectively. لا طبعا, well, the author بيقول لي music أفضل طريقة. Language, unlike music, best expresses people's emotional harmony. Again, no. The author's telling us music does that, not language. Which wording is most consistent with the meaning of the sentence? Number 30. Here, we invest most in popular music when we are teenagers and young adults. Music ties into a particular kind of emotional blank when issues in individual identity and social place and the control of public and private feelings are at a premium. What is the message here? Well, you have to understand context. Music is best, or our most of our, or we invest the most when we're teenagers and young adults in music. ليه بقى? Because our identity, our social place, our control of public and private feelings are at a premium. Well, يعني are at a premium. Most valuable. When all those things are the most valuable. So, I mean, I feel like this question, Bardo, is a bit unclear about what we want here. A particular kind of emotional tranquility, maybe. Continuity, I don't know, maybe. Mentality, no. Emotional mentality, no. Emotional turbulence, maybe. We're talking about being a teenager, we're talking about being a young adult, we're talking about an identity bta'atna is the most important thing, our social status برضو is very, very important, and our feelings, right? So I would say turbulence. Now, emotional turbulence, معناها الemotions بتاعتنا مش ثابتة. One day we're happy, one day we're sad. This is not really a good question. I wouldn't say there's a mistake in this question, but I would say that it could be better. It could be worded a bit better, I'm not gonna lie. Number 31, commonly confused words. Youth is experienced as an intense presence through an impatience for time. I mean, I don't know. I don't even think this is a word. Or this impatience. Is that a word? So it's impatience or impatient. Impatience. Is this spelling? Is this a spelling question? Do these words exist? Impatience, impatience, impatience. No, these words don't exist. So that could be a spelling question. Number 32. Pronoun question here. For time to pass, and they regret that it is doing so, in a series of speeding, physically insistent moments that have nostalgia coded into, well, what are we talking about here? We're talking about the moments. Finally, number 33, which of the following would be the most effective conclusion to the essay? Well, what was this essay about? Music speaks to the soul. Music is, or we identify with music. We use music for our work lives. It touches everything in our lives, right? Those little ideas. Music is something we can possess and make into our own as a means of locating ourselves in the larger social environment. Well, المشكلة في الإجابة ديت, it's one piece of the passage. Remember, the concluding sentence اللي بيجي في الآخر ده, it summarizes the main ideas. So this is one of the main ideas, بس مش كلهم. Music gives us a way of managing the relationship between our public and private emotional lives. Now, again, برضو, although this is in the sentence, what did you send me, Kenzie? Why are you guys always sending me stuff in the middle of class? That's crazy. Why am I purple? Am I purple to everyone else? Or is it just Kenzie? No, I see him okay. Anyway. So again, إجابة B برضو موجودة, but it's just one of the ideas. عايزين كل ideas, right? And the EST is very good at doing this. دايما بيديكوا نص الإجابة الصح وبس. عايزين الباقي. The social functions of pop music are the creation of identity, management of feelings, and organization of time. Ding 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 ding. شايفين ازاي في الآخر كده بيقول لي كل الايدياز في جملة واحدة؟ شايفين بتيجي ازاي؟ Number 35. This is a diction-based question. برضو I identified number 35 as confused words, commonly confused words, right? Besides the normal economic risk that accompanies such enterprises, investors face the additional risk that the host government may attempt unilaterally to change in its favor the terms of the agreement or even to terminate the agreement altogether. And altogether, they give A. مرة واحدة. يعني all together. مع بعض. I don't know why C and B are repeated, so sorry about that. And together, this doesn't even exist. I mean, exists together, يعني مع بعض, but they're not doing it together as cooperation. So together معناها cooperation. عايزينها على بعض. So that's why number 35, we say answer A, all together. All together now, all together now, all together now, all together now. Do you guys know that song by the Beatles? Yellow Submarine? شكلكم لا مش عارفين. Do you guys know the Beatles assessment ولا لا? Probably not. Number 37. They're really old. They assert that under the theory of administrative contracts, a government retained inherent powers to change or finish its own contract. So here, well, we want to know the tense, right? They assert, right? Are, let's check verbs عادي يعني. We know it's in the present are. No, you guys don't know the Beatles. You guys don't know them. So we know it's in the present tense. They're pretty awesome, by the way. So we know it's in the present tense. So I'm going to eliminate C عشان ده fragment. حاجة تانية و A عشان ده past. So do we say is retaining or retains? Keep it simple. Retains. Number 38. Which word choice best maintains the tone established? I think I classified this as formal tone. So you want to keep the tone, right? So here, and what are they talking about? They're talking about contracts, I think, right? Or government agreements, the government agreeing to something, excuse me. So we're talking about administrative contracts. A government retains inherent power to change or finish its own contract. Technically or professionally, a تغير contract, you don't say change the contract, you say modify the contract. And you don't say finish the contract, you say terminate the contract. Answer C. This is very specific language, legal language. Number 39. Yeah, I think this is a verb question. What to do? In which case the contractor is made aware of the applicable legal rules upon enter into agreement. Well, look at this. Upon is a preposition, قبليها. So you can't really say preposition verb. A is incorrect and C is incorrect. And then upon entrance or entering, preposition plus gerund. Number 40. Moreover, even in the case of the administrative contracts, French law requires that in the event that the government only modifies the term? Well, what is the legal professional jargon for only؟ لو أنا عملتها لوحدي ده كده معناها I do it unilaterally. Uni means one. We say unilaterally, I'm moving by myself. All together now, number 41. We've taken this, right? In effect, and قلنا effective means a result. And this is what we want, answer A, in effect. On effect, no. And effect, well, this is emotion. We said this earlier. شكلهم بقى عرفوا كلمة effective و affective وكانوا مبسوطين قوي بيها so جاب السؤال تاني عليها. That's something I would do. Number 42, I'm gonna skip that. 43, nope. And 44. Which concluding sentence would be consistent with the content of the passage as a whole? What's the passage about? It's about contracts. واليوم حق يلغوا contracts ولا لا وإزاي وإمتى والlaw, right? So contracts between government and private investors can be secured only by reliance on principles. Maybe, I really don't know, honestly. French law, too specific. It's not just about French law. Contracts between governments and private investors in most nations are governed by ordinary contract law. Of course not. It's by administrative law. An inherent power of a government to modify terminate a contract cannot be considered a general principle of law. I mean, I'll go with answer D because the last two paragraphs focus on modifying or terminating a contract. Okay, so back in EST March, I will prepare a reading mock test بس ده يتحل في الحصة بتاعتنا بكرة because I won't have time today to do it. Organizing كده. Do you guys have any questions for today? Hold on one second. محدش يطلع. Nobody exit the class. Just 1 second. Nobody exit the class. Why? Because I just have to take a picture of attendance. Mrs. Zoe's absent today. Okay. Now you guys can go. Any questions before we end today's class? You can learn anything. Mr. Sema, out. Bye.